back at the hayfield. I know it's been a while. I got the new bearings. I took out the races, checked them out, put them back in. I had to use a grinder to get the inner races off, the bearings off the hub, and there wasn't too much damage on it. I took a filed it down. Anyway, let me show you what's going on. So anyway, what happened, of course, was the bearings, I don't know, the grease dirt still had the black paint on it from the rakes. I don't think it was ever greased, but anyhow, that's my fault. I should have checked. I got it off of there. I had to use a grinder to cut it off, a little grinding wheel, real small, and it went real smooth. Got it off, sanded it back down. It got a little ate up on the bottom right here where that tire was resting on it, but I don't think it's gonna be where the bearing's at. It kind of moved in when it kind of got, you know, cockeyed on me or whatever. But anyhow, I got all that off. I got the new bearings. I packed them just back by hand. I think that's the better way to do it anyways. It's very important to know when you do this, I know it's called packing bearings, but you're not actually packing the grease. You're getting the grease in the bearings. If you put too much in there, it's almost as bad as not putting any. So anyhow, you just you can see on the angle, the left side is the wider side. So all you do is you put some grease in the palm of your hand, and you take that wide side and just kind of keep gradually rubbing in your hand, and then you'll start seeing it come out the other end. And when it comes out the other end, you just do it all the way around, and that's what you want. So anyway, the bearings are packed. What would they call packing? And then after I smoothed it up, cleaned it up, degreased it, I cleaned it up, smoothed it off, put some more, put a little coat of grease in there, help me put it back on. Here's the race, the outer race of the bearing on the inside bearing, and then here's the race for the outer bearing. So anyhow, I'm gonna wipe that down a little bit and put some grease in there as well after I put it on. But yeah, here's the grease dirt for it, and I noticed it still had the paint on it, so I took the paint off so now I can get to it and grease it. I'm gonna check the other side. I haven't even looked. I imagine it's the same way. It just has the I don't know if you can see it or not, but it's kind of the same way. It's got paint on it. So anyhow, I'll clean the tip of that grease dirt off. That way I can start putting grease in those hubs better, because I definitely don't want this to happen again. So anyhow, let's get to it. All right, so we have the hub on. I don't have it tight yet. I'll show you why, but I just wanted to show one thing, that once you have one, you'll never go back, is a cordless impact. I have one in each of my dualies. They are a lifesaver. They make work so easy. Right now it's not so bad outside, but anyway, middle of August you're having to do this. It will save about a gallon of sweat. Always crisscross them. Make sure you get a good seat on the rim, or the hub I should say. But anyway, so what I'd like to do is I will loosen, this is tight. There's no play whatsoever in that hub. I will back it off till I get a little bit of play, and then I'll tighten it just a little bit to the next notch. So I don't want it too tight. You want a little bit of slack. That's the thing with bearings, is pressure is not always their friend. Most time it's not. So anyway, I will go ahead and back this up a little bit till I get a little wobble, and then I will tighten it about a quarter turn, and then I'll look for the closest hole for the cotter pin to go in, and then I will pack it some more with some grease through the greaser, and then I will put the cap on. So anyhow, we got it on. Not much play to it at all. That little bit of shaking you see is just from my high lift jack. But anyhow, I think it looks good. I'm gonna jack it down. While I'm here in the field, I'm gonna jack the other side up and see how it feels. I already know it's not as bad as this one was, of course, because it's still intact. But anyway, we'll get this thing jacked down, test the other side. If everything looks good, I'll pack everything up, and then I'm gonna take this home. There's a few things I still need to do this rake, but then I'll make another video for that. So anyhow, we'll see how it goes. Okay, well, we got the FlexRake back, and I got the tractor and the shredder loaded. I'm gonna go knock out some spots that had some just some weeds or winter grass I never did get to, and anyway, we're gonna do that, clean up the field a little bit. What we bale is Gardo, and so it's a late grower compared to like jigs and Bahia and coastal and all these other kind of grasses. But I prefer Gardo. In my opinion, you can't beat it. So anyhow, you get to go with the bad. So it's better taste, and the cows will eat Gardo any day over anything else, in my experience. And the only problem is, while I'm fixing to cut my first cutting, other hay crops are waiting on their second. So anyhow, I'll show you what I got going on, and then we'll be on our way. This is on the 40-foot trailer. The only problem I have with this trailer is that it's pretty high. It's a custom, we made, you know, my dad made it, and most trailers are not as heavy duty. You see that beam from here to here, most of them are kind of more or less what you see right here. And so the trailer is very heavy, but then again, it can also take a lot of weight. So I've been kicking around either selling this trailer or putting a third axle underneath it. So I'm leaning more towards getting another trailer. So the one I want to get, they don't make it one perfect trailer. So I'm looking for maybe 2 trailers in the near future for hauling equipment. So one would be a 40-foot flatbed like this one is, and then the other one would be it's an over width trailer that I could just drive the tractor on and then drag the implement behind it. We have a homemade one like that, but I'd like to get a second one. So anyhow, let's get to work. Good morning. Well, today's gonna be round 2. We are going to work on finishing shredding up some of the stuff. I don't think we'll finish today. Main thing is we're trying to get rid of the lazy Susans. The cows will eat it. There's nothing wrong with it. It just makes a prettier bale when they're not there. And the best way to do it is just shred them all down. And then that way, when the first cutting comes, they'll be cleaned up and that'll be beautiful hay. So anyhow, everything went good yesterday. No problem. Greased all my zerts, and gearboxes look good. Everything's doing real good. So this morning I went and got a haircut and got my ears lowered, or whatever it's called, and Anyway, now it's about 10 o'clock. We're gonna try to get some stuff done while we got the chance. I have to shut down a little bit to go pick up my son from school. My older one, Clayton, y'all seen him before. But anyhow, we're gonna come back and then we'll probably work until dark. So anyhow, let's get the roll. Okay, so we got quite a bit done. Not as much as I wanted to, but that's usually how it goes. We got one of the smaller fields done, and all the little bitty ones in the front were done. Trying to knock out all those lazy Susans right now. Last year I didn't do that in the first cutting, and it will be a mistake I won't make again. So anyhow, cheapest way, the best way to get rid of them is just to shred them before when they come up, and that way you just knock them down. So just get them out of the way. Anyhow, dang mosquitoes. Anyhow, we're gonna wrap this up. I'm gonna put a map up there showing you how far we got today. There's still plenty more to do. And anyway, I appreciate you watching the video. I know it's probably, you know, hit and miss, kind of all over the place on this thing. I didn't have all my GoPros with me at the time, so everything's just kind of jumbled up. I'm trying to make it the best video I can. So anyhow, my name is Will. Thank you for watching. If you would, hit that like button, subscribe, comment, share it. Let me know what you think. Until next time, Jones Farms. Appreciate you all the support and love, and we hope you have a good evening. Talk to you later. Bye.